All right, so a general topic about men and women in the world today, about our media and our depiction of male-female relationships. And I think that there has been a significant change. I think that the narrative has been forced in a lot of ways, but I mean, if you look at sitcoms these days, you look at like King of Queens, you look at the Bundy show, what is that, Al Bundy, Married with Children, you look at Peter Griffin, you just look at male and female relationships where the male is a big dope and, you know, he's very much controlled by the female is very superior in all the ways, and, well, the male just, you know, is basically a emasculated cuck. I don't know how else to explain it. That's what we see in society and the way men are depicted. And it shows in society the way it affects us. Like, you see a lot of men wearing dresses now. You see a lot of emasculated men, men staying home while their women go to work. You see the roles reversed where, you know, the man was the protector and the provider, and now the woman takes that role. Whether she does good or bad, I don't know, but, you know, she takes that role over, and he stays home now with the kids, or, you know, whatever, is the housewife, things like that. And I think that, you know, we are biologically built in a different way for a reason. I don't believe that women are the protector and provider by nature, but that their natural role is to be the nurturer. And, you know, that's something they're just gifted with. And men, you know, like 93% of work-related deaths are men. Men do the hard, difficult, scary, dangerous jobs, and women don't. That's just a part of life, part of history, part of present-day life, even still with the emasculation of men. But I've recently had some complicated relationships, and you know, I don't feel like I'm a weak person in communication or in relationships in general, in human, you know, interactions. I believe I've been very strong, and I think that's proven in my career as a system administrator, robotics engineer, when I worked for Talist Incorporated. You can see these on my LinkedIn, you know, the reviews I've gotten, where I would work like 18 hours a day, and they would still call me in my off hours because the customers wanted me as their provider of service. They wanted me to fix their issue because I was good at it. And these are like billion-dollar clients with, you know, the role that I'm dealing with is director of pharmacy, director of hospital. You know, these are Cancer Centers of America, Mayo Clinic, you know, the VA, things like that. I always did really good at interacting with humans and de-escalating crisis situations, you know, where these people have like $50,000 an hour service level agreement penalties if their system isn't working. If they're not delivering medications through our automated system, then their service level agreement penalty to us, the client's penalty in our agreement, is $50,000 an hour. And so they get me on the job to fix it. That was my role. I was their escalation guy, you know, and every other kind of thing. I did their database administration, their system administration, their hospital interface administration. And so I don't believe that by nature I'm weak. And, you know, if you look at my reviews, I worked with these people 18 hours a day, and even under high stress situations, I got rave reviews. I did really well. I'm not insecure. I think there's situations that are less secure for me, but I don't think as a person I'm insecure, which is an accusation that has been pointed at me by a romantic relationship recently. What I think is that I'm sensitive to betrayal, and especially in certain situations where betrayal has already happened. So if I've been betrayed by a person and I give them a second chance, then clearly I've forgiven them. I just haven't forgotten. And so I'm always keeping my eye open, and I'm always worried about it. And I take certain precautions to defend myself. And so it may look to them like I'm insecure, but if they were empathetic enough to see that, hey, this guy gave me a second chance, I did betray him to begin with, things did go wrong because of a situation I created, whatever, you know, I understand. I get it. Maybe I just give them some time, you know, we'll work this out type of thing. When it's not that, when it seems like betrayal version 2, you know, betrayal the sequel, then yeah, I get a little sensitive to that. So men and women's relationships are very untypical compared to world history in general. And you still look at places in Asia, you still look at some places in Europe, Bulgaria, Croatia, Romania, whatever, all these places that are more traditional nuclear families with the patriarchy and matriarchy, like they have different roles. There's the patriarchy that kind of leads the family, and, God leads that patriarch, and, then the mother is led by the father, and the children are led by the mother, and, there's this order of things, and that order has worked so well for so long. Now it's changing, and I don't know what the full-time consequences are, the future, big picture is, but in general, it looks like fatherless homes have a lot of critical issues for their kids later on in life. Like something like 900% more single-parent outcomes for kids, like the prison inmate population is 900% more people from single-parent households than from for multiple-parent households, two-parent households. And so, I mean, there is some consequences. There's, teenage pregnancy and things like that. All are higher by far when the child comes from a single-parent household. And so, I've always believed in a nuclear family, in a traditional environment for kids and for families. And anyway, I don't know if I'll get to that again. I've really tried lately, and I've really tried to give my kids the best of that. And after my car accident, maybe I have changed a bit, where I was very, very resilient and on my top game, and now not so much, maybe less so. And for that, I'm sorry. But my intentions are pure. My love is pure. I don't have hidden agendas. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Everybody knows exactly how I feel about pretty much everything. I don't hide that. I don't hide my emotions. I cry. People know I cry. My emotions are raw. I cry. I don't cry all the time. There's rare instances I cry, but I'll admit that I do cry. I don't mind people knowing that I do. I'm not just honest with my words. I'm honest with my emotions. I'm honest with my actions. I'm honest with my intent, and honest with my convictions. And so I try to be. Anyway, I'm not perfect, but I try to be. I try to be better than I was yesterday. It's all I can do. It's all anybody can do. But tell me, am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for believing in the traditional nuclear, as they call it, nuclear family? Or what's the virtue of the other options? I don't know. I'd just like to know from you.